A cursory glance at the West Bengal Assembly breakup leaves no doubt in anyone's mind that Mamata Banerjee's TMC is more than comfortably placed. The party has 213 seats out of 294. They have an overwhelming majority in the state. Yet, a look at the daily headlines may make one think it's a government on the brink of collapse. The perceived political crisis in West Bengal is testimony to the BJP's ambition in the state. In the 2021 assembly elections, the BJP bagged 77 seats, but also got a handsome 38.5% of the vote share, nearly 18% more than the previous election. Since then, they've been finding every weak link in the Mamata government, and there have been plenty of opportunities. Which is why the question, when BJP Mahila Morcha leader and MLA from Asansol South, Agnimitra Paul, claims that Mamata's government will not last beyond December. The startling claim was made by saying that at least 30 MLAs of the TMC are in touch with the BJP. Let's first quickly listen to that soundbite from Paul.
देखिए, एक्चुअली उनको मालूम है कि उनका पार्टी का हवा निकलते जा रहा है, जो बलून है ना वो फुस होते जा रहा है। दिसंबर में बहुत खेला होगा, जो खेला है खेला होगा स्लोगन दिया था, और कतार में खेला हो रहा है और इधर भी दिसंबर में बहुत बड़ा खेला होने जा रहा है। 30 से भी ज़्यादा टीएमसी का एमएलए लोग हम लोग से हमारा पार्टी से कांटेक्ट में हैं, तो उनको ये सब बोलना पड़ रहा है क्योंकि उनको भी मालूम है कि उनका जो पार्टी है वो दिसंबर के बाद बहुत दिन रहेगा नहीं, उनका अस्तित्व ही अभी दाव पे है।
Now, this Khela that Paul is talking about, interestingly, she is not the only BJP leader to make these claims. West Bengal BJP chief Sukanta Majumdar in October said Mamata Banerjee may be arrested by December, and 41 TMC leaders are in talk with the top leadership. BJP leader and actor Mithun Chakravarti also made a similar claim. He said he was in touch with 21 MLAs. Now, obviously, poaching 20 or even 40 MLAs is not going to be enough to topple the Mamata government. The numbers are too strong. But the BJP is leaving no stone unturned in hitting out before a very crucial set of panchayat elections to be held early next year. The two sides are fighting on everything, from dengue cases in the state to violence in Birbhum to even Saurav Ganguly being replaced in the BCCI. But will BJP's fight in Bengal be on the election battleground, or is there a larger Khela being planned? To speak on this, I'm first joined by the newsmaker, Asansol South MLA Agnimitra Paul, who made those startling comments. Ms. Paul, thank you so much for speaking with us. Can you first begin by explaining the statement? What exactly were you trying to say?
No, actually, I gave this statement yesterday, and it was a question which was asked by one of the journalists. He said that Mr. Abhishek Banerjee from TMC, he said that, BJP will not be in a position to contest elections because they will not be having MLAs and Karyakartas because half the MLAs are in touch with him. So in return to that question, I said that, he is talking about BJP MLAs being in touch with him, but my senior leaders says that TMC leaders are in touch with them for the past few months. So what is he talking about? And December, Khela Hobesi, we are having Khela in Qatar. So in return, I said that, there will be a Khela in December because we are all hearing that a major, something is going to happen in December. Now, my senior leaders are talking about it, and what we think, or what rather I think, is that the way West Bengal government is moving towards financial emergency, it is very, very, I feel very sure that this government will not be there because they don't have the money to run a government. This government needs to pay 23,000 crores as DA.
But 1 minute, Ms. Paul. A broke government has nothing to do with this story at all. Any party that runs the government, even if the TMC goes tomorrow, the BJP comes, the government will still remain bankrupt if it is today, as you are claiming, because the government gets finances from the exchequer, from taxes. So explain to me once more, is your statement to hit back at Abhishek Banerjee's, or is there a Operation Kamala afoot? What is going on?
No, see, I'll not be able to speak on Operation Kamla or Operation Padda, what my seniors are talking. But a government, like you said, government needs money to run a government. The government people, chief minister and the entire secretary body needs money to run the government. They don't have the money to run this government. They are saying they will not pay the DA of 23,000 crores. How can they not pay the DA? Number two is, the main leaders, the second in command of this TMC party, Mr. Partho Chatterjee, is in jail. And many other leaders, senior leaders, ministers, they are in jail. Only, when the CBI has been done for the education department. So we feel that every other department of this government is corrupt. If there is a CBI in each department, you will get to see that every other department is into corruption.
That's fine, but
So
I'm talking about Ms. Paul. I'm talking about specifically, you're going into your litany of complaints and accusations politically against the TMC. I'm talking about the claims you've made. Are you saying that there are 30 MLAs in touch with you?
I'm not saying, I didn't say they are in touch with me. They are in touch with my senior leaders. If you remember, 2 months back, Mr. Mithun Chakrabarti was in Calcutta, was in town, and he had specifically mentioned that there are around 28 TMC MLAs who are in touch with him. Same with our honorable president. Same with, our other senior leaders. So the people of TMC, MLAs of TMC, ministers of TMC are in touch with my senior leaders. So that is the reason, in answer to Mr. Abhishek Banerjee, as he was flaunting and saying that we'll not be able to fight the panchayat election because we'll not be having MLAs left. So in return to him, I said, and he definitely must be knowing, and he's afraid of it, that almost 28, 30 MLAs are in touch with us also.
No, but explain to me, Ms. 1 minute. Ms. Paul, just explain to me that TMC has an overwhelming majority in this assembly. So even if you have 28 to 30 MLAs, what will you do with them? How will you topple the government with 28, 30 MLAs?
I'll not be able to say exactly what my... But even if one Karyakarta goes from the party, it is a big blow, at least for us. So if you can imagine 30 MLAs or 28 MLAs of TMC coming over and many more to follow, it is not an easy thing for the TMC to accept it. Because already the perception of this government, which they had given for the last 12 years to the people of West Bengal, that they are a very clean and honest party without corruption, only thinking about Ma Mati Manush, which is the mother, my homeland, and the mass. People have realized what an hypocrisy it is. People of Bengal now has come to know that Mamata Banerjee and her government has cheated the people of Bengal.
No, so 1 minute. If the people are upset with the TMC, as you're saying, they will display this in the next election. But I'm coming back to what we're talking about today, ma'am. The BJP is accused of toppling governments in opposition states. Is that what you are planning to do in West Bengal?
See, I'll not be able to discuss the strategy, what my senior leaders are taking. So that is not the strategy right now, or I'm not going to discuss that also, whether it is at all. But my personal 3 points, which I told you, is that which I already told you, that one is it's heading towards bankruptcy. The common people will come on the road when the women of Bengal will not be getting that Lokhir Bhandar of 500 and 750 rupees. The people will come on the road. when the government employees will not be getting their salary, they will come on the road.
Right.
The
But you
already
seem to
there
have
is
let
so
the
much
cat out of the bag, ma'am.
disgruntlement
So either, okay,
among the
thank you so
public
much.
regarding
Thank you
this
so much,
government.
Agnimitra Paul. You seem to have let the cat out of the bag because either this is a tall claim or there's something more brewing there. Chaturappa, BJP leader, is on the show with me. I'm speaking with Professor Manojit Mondal, TMC spokesperson, Tehseen Poonawalla, political analyst, also with me on the show. Welcome to all of you. Chaturappa, let me ask you, what is this plan? And if you're planning to topple a government, why are all of you all talking about it? Is this just sort of a trial balloon being floated? I'm not understanding the political strategy very honestly. These things happen surreptitiously, ma'am. You've got 1, 2, 3 leaders coming out and saying 28 mil rahe, 40 mil rahe. What's happening?
This is, after all, a national network, and if you really want to know everything beforehand, I think you'll have to wait a bit and enjoy the show while it's still going on. And hang on, I mean, there are just about 8 days to go for December. We'll be back in December to tell you, in fact, to report to you what's happening then. So till then, why don't you
So
wait
you're sticking with this December story. 1 minute, ma'am, you're sticking with this December story. This is the same story. You're sticking with this December. Something's going to happen in December. I know Santa Claus is coming in December, but what is the gift he's getting y'all in West Bengal?
No, our gift is not going to come from a Santa Claus. You know, Tamanna, when you started the show, it almost seemed like BJP was greedy and kind of waiting to take over Bengal. This is the line that will take. So let's not get into that. As a political party, it is our moral right to respond to the voters who have voted 70 MLAs into the constituency, into the Vidhan Sabha. So we are responding to that, and while we are responding to those people who have voted for us, it is very legitimate that we take up issues which are very valid and which are burning issues, which are hurting the people of West Bengal, which people are concerned about.
No, absolutely. I mean, you've done this protest in the West Bengal Assembly today over dengue. That's the job of the opposition. That's great. But what is this December mystery? You're skirting the question, because what is going to happen in December? Manojit Mondal. Oh, Tehseen has some theory, but I'll come to you. Let me get Manojit first on it. What is happening in December, sir? Are all your MLAs going to the BJP?
I think she has said it. She said that they have got 70 MLA, but you said they had 77. So why do the 7 go? The 7 actually come back to Trinamool, including 2 of their MPs, and she has acknowledged that. I mean, look at the reality. I mean, you're absolutely right. I mean, what do I call them? Is it political fraudulence? I think most of the BJP leaders, including their tallest leader in Bengal, I am calling them political frauds. Shubhendu Adhikari and the very honorable lady who spoke before me, Agnimitra Paul, what they're committing is fraud and nothing else. They're trying to mislead the country, the people of Bengal, by saying what they're saying. And it's not that they are saying it for the first time. Shubhendu Adhikari is saying again and again that it happened in Maharashtra, it will happen in Jharkhand, and then it will happen in Bengal. I mean, good luck to all of you. You people are thrown out of the state democratically by the people of the state. Abki baar 200 par. Kisne kaha tha, madam? The second most important leader of your party, or one of the most powerful men in Asia, Mr. Amit Shah, aapki baat 200
Mr. Manojit, 1 minute. Chaturuppa is waiting to respond to you, but one sec, sir.
Only laugh at these political frauds.
No. But even with your brute majority, sir, there should not be an arrogance in power. You agree?
But they are arrogant.
We were blessed by the people of Bengal.
Absolutely
arrogant. We are blessed by the people of Bengal, and we're just talking about the reality. And these people are now maligning the state, betraying the state's mandate, and trying their hands with CBI, ED, income tax to try their hands in toppling the government. Rest assured, madam, this is not Maharashtra, this is Bengal, land of Tagore, Vivekanand and Netaji. You cannot do what you did in Maharashtra. Rest assured, and I'll come back on 31st of December on your show. If you can do this government, even
31st December, my God. Okay, the BJP and the TMC have booked themselves in December to tell us what's going to happen. Okay, Tehseen, very quickly, you seem to have some theory. I'll come back to you, Shatarupa. I'll give you an opportunity to respond to Manojit Mandal, but let me come to Tehseen.
I've solved this.
Oh, you've solved the mystery. What is it?
Tamanna, I've solved this. Tamanna, I've solved this. I've completely solved this. But at the onset, I want to say to my friend Professor Mondal that I will not be there available on 31st December. I mean, I'm sure that TMC and BJP is there. Tamanna, excuse me, I will be out on 31st December celebrating 2023 coming in. So I'm not invited on 31st December. But I've solved this mystery. See, what is this mystery? Tamanna, have you seen the movie Khalnayak? In the movie Khalnayak, Sanjay Dutt plays a character called Ballu. So what does Ballu do? Ballu tells the jail authorities when he's caught कि मैं इस तारीख को जेल से भाग रहा हूँ. So all the jail authorities are in stress. कि अब Ballu भागेगा, Ballu will run, and Ballu is sleeping आराम से. This is what the BJP is doing, like Khalnayak. They're saying we will topple the government. TMC is reacting, government is going to topple. So everybody is alert.
Let's take this
and
seriously.
actually
We're
nothing
doing
happened.
a serious
BJP is
discussion.
This is the theory of Khalnayak.
I know.
But there's another movie theory. It's called Bade Miyan Chote Miyan. Bade Miyan is Delhi government. Union government. Union government, you heard, na? $5 trillion economy, $7 trillion economy, $10 trillion economy, $20 trillion economy. Chote Miyan, that is the BJP government in West Bengal. We've got 20, we've got 40, we've got 80. Are bhaiya, you first tell when you'll give employment. You give us the data of the PM Care Fund. What is this that you're going?
But Tehseen, their job in West Bengal is to question. No, 1 minute. Their job in West Bengal is to question the government of the day, and you have to give them credit with
yes,
their 70,
but
77.
Their job is not to wholesale buy MLAs.
They have got the TMC government, on their toes, responding to all of these attacks. They've wiped out all Congress, wiped out. Left, wiped out.
It's exactly like Khalnayak. It's exactly like Khalnayak.
God. You're giving these movie metaphors, Shatarupa.
I'm telling you, on the
I know this is a late evening show, but let's take it seriously, please. What is happening?
That movie is a masterpiece. No, I'm very serious. That movie is a masterpiece. So on the day that Sanjay Dutt is supposed to escape,
I agree the movie is a masterpiece, but this is real life.
Police come and
this is real life. 1 minute. Let the BJP respond.
Listen. So, no, just 10 seconds more. Just 10 seconds more. So the police come and ask him, you were supposed to escape. He says, no, I was not going to escape. I just wanted to stress you all out. So while you all were stressed, I was sleeping. This is exactly what the BJP is doing. There is nothing more to it. They just come up with this theory only to divert attention because frankly, the BJP's performance is nothing in the center or in the state. So, but they'll try to buy MLAs in wholesale. And that, unfortunately, is the sad reality of our democracy.
They have become 1 minute. You are saying 1 minute, 1 minute. Let's look at some numbers. While Shatarupa speaks. Let's look at some numbers of how the BJP has grown in West Bengal. Shatarupa, your chance, your opportunity to respond to them. But the fact is that the BJP has been growing massively in West Bengal. You've increased 18% vote share between the last election and this one. The left Congress wiped out. You're the primary opposition party. But you have to admit that Mamata Banerjee and TMC have a brute majority this December sort of, conspiracy theory, Khela hobe 2.0. What is the purpose? Is it a diversionary tactic like Tehseen is talking about? Maybe lifted from a movie script?
Tamanna, I was thoroughly enjoying this entertainment provided by Tehseen Poonawalla. Coming back to real life, I mean, you are already showing the figures there. To remind TMC spokesperson Manojit Mandal, yes, there were 77 MLAs. I stuck to the number 70 because very rightly, as he pointed out, I mean, half my job he is done. There are 7 people who have gone back. And in fact, for the last 1 year, I was stating on national television that I wouldn't be surprised if many more went back to where they came from. Now, having said that, there are the state that Trinamool is in right now. I mean, as in not geographically, the situation that they are in right now, they are having to constantly justify each other, whether it is flow of money coming out from underneath people's beds and flats, whether it is their MLAs talking loose to the extent of insulting the President of India, whether it is the basic functioning of the government, starting from the dismal attempts to control dengue, which is almost turning into an epidemic, which has in fact turned into an epidemic, or whether it is what Agnimitra said, that they're not being able to pay their government employees, West Bengal government employees. And it's basically a don't careish attitude that the Trinamool exhibits, the insensitive attitude the Trinamool exhibits while running the government. That is
but my point is that you will get your opportunity in the next election. I'll tell you why the story is important to highlight. You will get your opportunity in the next election, and if the TMC is doing a dismal job like you claim, people will vote for you overwhelmingly, you will win. But this normalization of shopping for MLAs is a problem,
Nobody said we're shopping for MLAs.
So how are they going to come to you 2030? How are they going to come?
No, let me clarify this. No one said that we've gone shopping for MLAs. Yes, some of our leaders have claimed that there are people who have got in touch with us, which you will agree, Tamanna, has happened. This is not the first time. It has kept on happening on and off. I mean, whenever people have thought that BJP is coming into power, people have wanted to hop over. Whenever people have thought that Trinamool is coming to power, those same people have gone back. So I actually would not be putting too much of emphasis on who has been in touch with who. It is the December thing that we're talking about. Maybe if you want a further explanation, what I can say this much, I mean, I cannot obviously tell you what's going to happen. But, this series of arrests which are happening by the CBI and the ED, it is leading to, and this is not what I'm saying as a BJP spokesperson. If even you as people who are following the trending news, you can make out that there will be many more arrests coming up. So there is a saying in
Ma'am, we are not privy to what CBI and ED will do before they do it. This seems like the worst kept secret.
Neither am I. No, that is what I clarified at the very beginning. I am not privy. I'm not talking about ED and CBI or any other central government like a BJP spokesperson. I'm saying whatever is being shown in the news, there is a trending. There are people discussing in buses and trams and public transport and tea shops that there are going to be many more arrests because these people are now opening up. They are now
Mr. Mondal, so people from your party are going to come to the BJP, they are going to open up and there's going to be a crackdown on the TMC apparatus.
It happened.
You're smiling, you're not taking it seriously.
Fine,
but the TMC has faced a lot of flack in the last few weeks. You've had ministers, in trouble. You've had leaders who put their foot in their mouth.
Well, exactly the reverse is happening. Mukul Roy has come back. Babul Supriyo. क्या कहा था प्राइम मिनिस्टर, मुझे कैबिनेट में बाबुल चाहिए, वो बाबुल तो फिर से आ गया. Arjun Singh has come back. Babul Supriyo has left BJP, now in minister in TMC. 7 of their MLAs have come back, right? And they are saying that TMC is going to, I tell you, 10 of their MPs are in touch with us. 10. The number is 10.
Very good.
And 25 of their MLAs are in touch with us. By the time...
Why are you in touch with them, Manojit? Why are you in touch with them? 1 minute. Let me reverse that. Why are you... Let's stop this trading of MLAs.
No question. We are not opening the door as yet. We are testing them because TMC is not...
who want to go, take them.
I've been very naive today. I'm very happy about that. At least you are acknowledging the fact. Have some courtesy. We are not a washing machine. Like the BJP, Shubhendu Adhikari went into the washing machine. And they televised the show from their office that he is taking money. He is charged of Sharada taking money, 6 crores. This person is now lecturing about CBI inquiry.
What is the issue here?
I want to understand.
He was your
1 minute, one by one. He didn't interrupt you. Shatrubhai, he didn't interrupt you. Let him finish his point.
talking about CBI, you're talking about ED, that you are after our leader. Be after our leaders. You cannot do anything with the people of Bengal and the leaders of TMC. Yes, one or two will go. If they have done anything, law will take its course. But what about Shubhendu Adhikari, who has evidently taken money? You showed it in a televised.
What about Partha Chatterjee? Mr. Mondal, what about Partha Chatterjee?
Partha Chatterjee has got no connection with the party. As of this date, Partha Chatterjee is history in Trinamool Congress. Make my quotation clear of being words. But they have got Shubhendu Adhikari, the biggest of their leaders, who is actually charged. Aroda, CBI is doing nothing.
Okay. Okay, 1 minute. Let me come to Tehseen. Tehseen, how do you look at this situation developing? I mean, right now it's fun and games. You know, you're not taking what the BJP is saying very seriously when they're talking about December, they're talking about another Khela. You think the focus is on the Panchayat elections? Because the fact is the BJP has become the second largest party in West Bengal in a relatively short time. They've displaced everyone else. They are the biggest threat to the TMC. There is no doubt in that.
Yeah, but let me be a little serious. If this was political, I would, if this was a political revival for the BJP or a political gain, done honestly, I would, commend the BJP on this. What the BJP spokesperson says on your show right now is, look, ED, CBI is after these people. So, loosely translated, they will come to the BJP. Now, what does this mean? It means that the ED should be renamed as the BD. What is BD? Bajrang Dal, an arm of the BJP. And instead of going after money laundering, it should do laundry services. Ki jin pe daag laga hai, ye daag theek nahi hai, we will clean it. Now, Himanta Biswa Sharma, the poster boy of the Northeast for the BJP, a white paper against him was removed by who? By the BJP, saying he's the most corrupt man in the Louis Burgess scam. Today, he's the poster boy because he's come there. So this money laundering to laundry services by the ED/BD, Bajrang Dal, needs to stop. If constitutional organizations are going to behave in this way, if the director's term is going to be extended despite a written order by the Supreme Court. It's not an oral observation. I'm fighting this case. It's a written order that the Supreme Court told the Prime Minister and the Cabinet, you will not extend the ED director's tenure. It's extended for 2 years after that. If you're going to take the Supreme Court so lightly, then I think democracy actually is in peril. If this the BJP thinks is it's rising, it's not rising.
She has not said she knows it's going to happen.
With a lot of sadness.
Shatrapa has not said she knows it's going to happen. There's one small loophole she's found. Yes, ma'am. I'll let you respond quickly to Tehseen before I close the show. Yes.
Thank you, Tamanna. You see, there are two things that I was in fact almost, it's the same repetition that Trinamool and Congress keep on saying that about the washing machine and money laundering and all that. No,
all opposition parties are saying it, ma'am.
No, I really don't want to get into that. The point here is
why did you extend the ED director's tenure? Why did you extend the ED director's tenure? Just tell that.
1 minute. Let her make a point.
Initially, when these people were seen taking money, and constantly they're talking about Shubhendu Adhikari and Tehseen keeps on talking about you see, these MLAs used to belong to their party. At that point of time, they didn't seem to be very concerned about them taking money, if at all. That's what they're saying. It's only because
no, but you took them. You took them. Shatrapa, you took them. You took them, and now they seem white as pure driven snow.
No,
so
we never said that.
That's the hypocrisy.
Nobody said that.
That's the hypocrisy which is being pointed out.
No. Amit Shah ji has very clearly stated in Parliament that the law will take its own course. Investigative agencies will continue doing their thing. And I want to clarify
somehow there seems to be information in every corner shop in Calcutta right now about what's going to happen in December. This is the big December mystery. I'm waiting for the month of December. This is going to be an interesting one.
Continue waiting a little bit more. Just a little bit more. 8 days.
Just a little bit more. Okay, this is like a trailer. This is like a trailer for a movie.
Yes. You don't have to wait till
Yes, Manojit, quickly, before I wrap.
No, Shubhendu Adhikari is actually through Amit Shah ji running the ED and CBI. It's a very serious note. Whatever is actually happening, that this person is going to be arrested, this person is going to be arrested, and that really validates the point that my friend Tehseen Poonawalla was trying to make. It's become long extended arms of not the government, but Bharatiya Janata Party.
I have to unfortunately remind you again about Partha Chatterjee, who now you have on national television said, as of this day, has nothing to do with you, who was being defended on day one. So if the ED and CBI by the TMC was being defended on day one, saying that he's being, framed. So if the ED and the CBI, are managing to crack down on people, I think we'll have to be very, very careful before we're writing them chits of defense. We'll have to wait and see what happens in December. I have to wrap up this show, but thank you so much to all of you for joining us on the conversation as we try and figure out what this big December date is. We'll take a very short break. On the other side.